This video will cover the reasons why some bills are denied by the insurance companies. If you understand the reasons behind insurance company rejections, you can prepare your company and prepare your practice to avoid the pitfalls that lead to these rejections and ultimately set your practice toward the goal of 100% reimbursement. Now, I've placed the reasons for rejections into two primary categories. The first is patient issues, which essentially are rejections based on causation, necessity, statutory bars, or policy caps. I'll explain exactly what that is later on and in more depth. The second category is provider issues, which includes rejections based on rates, the reasonableness of your charges of services, rule compliance, and the providing of services that are not covered. As I discuss these rejections in more detail, I will do so with respect to billing no-fault carriers because that is what's more prevalent in the type of litigation that I do. However, this analysis applies to all types of liability insurers and billing any types of liability insurance in Michigan. So let's take a closer look at first patient issues that lead to denials. One of the more common rejections that I see is rejections based on lack of necessity or relatedness. The liability insurer, especially no-fault insurers, are only responsible for treatment that is necessary to bring the patient back to his or her pre-accident health. So, as an example, let's say that you're a physical therapist and that your patient breaks their leg in an accident, and all the doctors that see her agree that she will not need surgery, but she will need exactly 6 months of physical therapy. The insurance company will then, as a result, be on the hook for only 6 months of physical therapy. If you try to bill for more than 6 months of physical therapy without a doctor's prescription, the insurance company will deem that as unnecessary or unrelated to the accident, and any additional bills above those 6 months will be denied. Also, if the patient only injured her leg in the accident and you provided physical therapy for neck pain or back pain, these bills may be denied as well, as the back and neck pain will probably be deemed unrelated to the accident as well. Remember that the condition that you're treating must be related to the incident that triggered the insurance responsibility, whether that is car accident, workplace injury, etc. If it's not related to the incident that triggered insurance, then the insurance company is not going to be responsible, of course. You will not be paid by an auto insurer if the condition you are treating is caused by anything but the accident. If you're treating a genetic disorder, a chronic issue, or something that was clearly not exacerbated or aggravated by the accident, then your bill is going to be denied. The takeaway here is to ensure that you're treating only what is medically necessary and related to the accident based upon the information before you. Otherwise, you might not get paid. Two additional issues that are more patient related are statutory bars and policy caps. Statutory bars means that your bills may get denied because the patient missed a statutory filing deadline. For instance, a patient has exactly 1 year to put the auto insurer on notice of his or her claim. If this does not happen, then the insurer is not responsible to pay medical bills. It has nothing to do with anything that you as the provider did, but the patient sometimes will blow their 1 year notice requirement and leaves you as the provider completely unprotected for your bills. This is something you need to be aware of. What about fraud? A recent Court of Appeals decision has now allowed an insurer to get out of paying a bill altogether if your patient has committed fraud. Even if you don't know about the fraud and the fraud has nothing to do with you, the law currently allows insurers to refuse payment of your bills. So in sum, there are several reasons that your bills can get denied that has absolutely nothing to do with you. Understanding the potential risk and identifying the potential issues early on will help you avoid these denials and get you paid 100% of your bill. Want to learn how to deal with problematic patients? please see my videos on how to avoid denials and what to do after denial. Thank you and good luck.